a question is, you know, could you checkerboard it? Like, can we actually take some of these and put them in between the ones above them? Can checkerboarding make a difference? In the last few weeks in Illinois, we keep getting storm after tornado. We had a whole bunch of tornado activity go just about 4 or 5 miles north of us and destroy a bunch of stuff there. And look at this, I've got another pond in the bee yard. It's crazy. I've never had this much water in the month of June, and I can still kind of walk around the back of the hives, but we need to look at this hive right here to see how they're doing on honey production. Hello, my friend. I'm David Burns. Good to be with you. I'm an EAS certified master beekeeper, and I've had a YouTube channel here on YouTube for 18 years, I think. Yeah, 18 years. So I love teaching beekeeping on YouTube. So thanks for joining me. Today, look at this hive. We're going to be looking at how they're doing on honey production. Looks like a pretty good foraging day for the bees, and they're running in and out with the nectar. But I've got a medium super here and a medium super here that's newer. It's this year. I don't know when I put it on. No queen excluder. And oftentimes what I do is I keep 2 deeps here in Illinois for overwintering. And I usually leave this on here for them to have for overwintering. Plus I feed them my winter bee kind boards above this all winter long too. But here is what I might take off for myself. I eat a lot of honey. I enjoy honey. Hey, Patrick.
Hi, David.
Do you enjoy honey,
Patrick? Oh, yeah.
Yeah? You put it in your coffee or anything?
I like it on toast.
Yeah.
I like hot honey.
Hot?
Spicy honey, yep.
How do you make it hot? Do you make your own hot honey?
I mix peppers with it.
Oh, you grow your own peppers, don't you?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Now, what peppers do you put in your honey?
I put habaneros and jalapenos in it.
Okay, that's not terribly hot, is
No.
it? Yeah. And do you just put do you cut the pepper? Do you just put it in
I usually like slice them long ways.
Wow.
Just so the juices come out easier.
Wow. You like that, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, yeah. I like a little hot, but don't like it real hot.
Yeah.
I don't like it where my lips burn.
Yeah.
Where I'm miserable.
I've had that before.
Okay.
But it tends to crystallize once I do that, so I don't know if I'm not doing it correctly.
Yeah. Okay. The honey crystallizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, crystallization, I've understood is that it occurs when there's particles, more suspended particles.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if you're introducing something like that.
I figure I am.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's cool. Hot honey. You gonna have a name? You have a name for it? Do you ever sell it?
No, I've never sold honey in my life.
Oh, yeah.
I give it to friends and family.
Yeah. You're a very giving person.
Sometimes.
Yeah. But you can name it anything, like Patrick's Caliente. Muy Caliente Patrick.
I'm thinking of a name, but you wouldn't be able to print it.
Oh, good. Thanks for not saying it. I would just have to go beep.
Yep.
Yeah. All righty. Well, anyway, it's fun to see how the bees are progressing. We've had kind of a rainy season, and they might be behind the 8 ball a little bit. And I'm not sure when I put this one on here either. It doesn't look very drawn out to me from the top. Which, if it isn't, we'll look at the one below it. All right, let's just pull the middle one up. Honey super, honey super. Nope, not drawn out at all. This is something a lot of beekeepers struggle with. Like, why aren't my bees drawing my supers out? You know, they're starting to. You can see a little bit. Yep. So in the middle, they're starting to do it. It's just a matter of timing and the attitude of the bees, kind of like how much nectar is in your area. But let's go ahead and look at the one below it. That'll kind of give us a little bit more information. It's not too hot today. Out there, the storms blew through last night. We had more tornadoes in Illinois, more bad weather. But because of that, it cooled off, but it's real humid, because I think we had 2 inches of rain yesterday. And all that moisture is being sucked up past my face. So it feels really humid. I just like to see what this is. Oh, have I complained about this enough yet? Let me complain one more time. This hive tool is not made the way it should be made. You got the little angle here, and I feel like the angle needs to go between boxes like this, not like this, because that is backward to me. But when I do that, when I push it between 2 boxes, look what I've got here. I've got to hold it like this to try to push it, and that can cut me. It's Both this needs to be the opposite of each other.
I'm surprised you just haven't reground it.
Haven't what?
Reground it.
Oh,
Put it on the grinder and put your bevel on.
You mean, but it'd make it too thin, wouldn't it?
Well, it'd be an inch shorter.
Yeah, it would be an inch shorter, wouldn't it? Maybe I'll take it home, let you take it home, and you could grind it. You have a grinder?
Yeah.
Would you have to temper it again?
You'd have to take your time and
Water it?
not let it get too hot.
Okay. Why can't they just make one the right way? Actually, I spoke to somebody, and I'm not going to say who, but somebody in a real big bee company that said, yeah, I know, we're working on it. So maybe it's easy where they get these. And I'm sure it's overseas, right? And I'm sure where they get these, all they have to do is say, hey, make this differently. All right, let's see what this next box looks like. That's where all the bees are. I remember this being the mean hive for some reason. Patrick leaves. I've only got one on my face. The first time I had a bee that was really kind of agitated at me this whole year, I think. So take a look up close, Patrick. This is really cool. Can you see the white new wax in here? That's what they've drawn out. And you can see it kind of scattered about. And look at this white on the top right here. This is always a sign that they have a desire to expand into another box, which I have for them to do, and they've started it, but they're just going a little slower than I want them to go. So a question is, could you checkerboard it? Like, can we actually take some of these and put them in between the ones above them? I find the danger of checkerboarding might be that they could actually draw the comb out weird on some of the frames that aren't drawn out if you checkerboard it. Does that make sense? You might just have a chance of the bees to say, we're going to draw this out a certain different way, like further, not as far. They might draw the one over here that they've already got. They might draw it further into that undrawn one. And you might get something like that. But it's almost worth a try. I mean, if you don't experiment, right? Checkerboarding was created for supers, not so much for brood. So I'm kind of tempted to go ahead and checkerboard this because, we're already at June the 18th and they haven't done much with that yet. So can checkerboarding make a difference? Think you want to try it, Patrick?
I do.
Have you ever tried it? Checkerboarded?
A little bit, not a lot.
Yeah. Any success?
I don't know. I don't notice stuff like that enough.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, when you make a video, you have this kind of a log, that's what I'd probably forget too. And I would be like, oh, I don't even know anymore.
Okay. Tell me to quit talking and start filming.
People like hearing you talk.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Not my wife.
She does too. If your wife didn't like you, she would have left you a long time ago.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I could free up some frames. Can we do 5 to 5?
Do whatever you want.
Yeah. I could take 5 out of this one. Well, the bees were like we thought. That hive is a little spicy, and so you can see we're shifting gears now. Patrick and I decided we would just go ahead and put a jacket on, and we're going to move a lot of frames around, and there's no reason to sit there and get stung doing it. So wear the protection that you need to get the job done. No reason to be a hero, no reason to be cool, no reason to brag that you worked your bees in a bikini and sandals, and then you got all stung up, okay? Patrick, you don't work bees in a bikini, do you?
You want me to cover up my bikini?
Please. Strong colony, too. And let's see. So we already have 5 frames out of the box that's not really drawn out that much yet. Let's see if I can kind of space this out a little bit. Sometimes you can't help but stand in the way of bees. I think I'm standing in front of the hive, but we're kind of in a tight spot here. Feel free, Patrick, to tell me I'm doing it wrong.
That's funny.
You won't be the first.
That's funny.
Nor the last. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll only put 4 in there. So I need one more out of here. See, to be a beekeeper, you only have to learn to count to 10. All right, that makes more sense now. Let's put this one where it's against the wall where we want it. I'll position these already. And then that's good. And I'll put one there and one there. And then I can keep manipulating them. Okay, very good. All right, so let me get one out. And this is called checkerboarding. And I'm going to see if it really benefits us or not. And some of you might have a comment. I'm sure you do. If you want to leave a comment, tell me why I'm doing it wrong and how you did it better. I mean, that's the joy of the comment section on YouTube, right? Everybody gets to leave a comment on what works better. And sometimes my comments have really helped me. Somebody leaves good comment. I'm like, yeah, I tried that. That was great. Other times it's like, no, I would never do that. So here is one that's almost capped over. Yeah, look at that. Nice. So we'll just put that in there. And we'll kind of experiment to see if they do any wonky comb stuff. Hopefully not. All right. I'm gonna get another one out of here. And that way I can have a little more room to work, I think. Yep. I feel a little more confident with the bee suit and the gloves on. And sometimes you got to do that to get the job done. Alrighty. David, where did you get those yellow gloves? Are they sting proof? A very frequent question about these gloves. I bought them off Amazon. They're Chemrest. And I like them because if I'm doing my OA treatment, I'll just wear these gloves because they're chemical gloves. And I've never been stung through these. I can't make a claim they're sting proof, but they're pretty tough stuff. All right, we have 2 in there now. Alrighty. Keeping on going here. Let's see what this is going to look like. I might want to. All right. I'm going to find one that's maybe not as drawn out or completely full as some of the other ones are. Bees don't always fill up completely cap over these. They might be in the process of eating it for brood rearing, for just staying alive. They might be in the process of capping it over because it's not dried out enough. In this case, I'm thinking they're capping it over because if you look here, those little tiny holes, it makes me feel like they're, drying it and then capping it that way. I mean, they could open it that way too, but this time of the year, I'm saying they're capping it. All right, very good. We got 3 of them in there now. Look at that. Okay. So I'm going to put at least 1 more, maybe 2 more. One, 2, 3. All right, so let's put this one in there, see where that takes us, see what we think it looks like, how much further we want to go. All right, so we can move this one over. We could put one that's already capped over against the wall, but I'm going to hang on that one. I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. And don't ask me why. I just feel like that. I want to get that pulled out, I guess. And 2 against the wall might get them pulled out. If it's already got honey in it, it won't be pulled out. It's okay. So now we need to do the opposite over here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to space it out with 4 frames. So let's go ahead and take one right here and put it in there. Perfect. Let's smoke them. We should be smoking. Checkerboarding. All right. Yep. Checkerboarding has actually been around for a long, long time. The gentleman that came up with the idea is no longer with us. But he came up with the idea of using checkerboarding in the supers like this. It'd be interesting to see how well, if this sparks them to really do a good job. Because they weren't doing much, as you can see. And it's a big size colony. It's been a good year, a little rainy, a little wet. I get it. It does slow honey production down if bees can't fly and get it. But anyway. Oh, this has kind of been easy to do, Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now, after rains like that, will it be better once they can fly? Because there's more nectar in the flowers, or no?
I would say, you know, there's always that period of time after it gets done raining that it can wash out the nectar on certain flowers, and it takes, some of them won't make any nectar anymore after they make their initial nectar. Others will keep producing nectar, but that first washout, it may take a day or two for all that to kind of be nectar again. But obviously in this case, bees are working crazy hard today, and so there's plenty of nectar out there. Yeah. And you know, you can't help but think the rain helps the flowers and all produce more nectar. If they're dry, they can't make any nectar. Not much. Not all plants anyway. All right, so we checkerboarded it, and we got a video, kind of a video evidence. We put 1, 2, 3, 4 in here. So it will be interesting to see how well they pull these 4 out. You know, we ought to put a date stamp on that, Patrick. Let's see what I got in my pocket that I can write with. Oh, a blue marker. Okay. So we know today, oh, it's not been started yet. Now we have to go through the... I guess I can cut that out, can I?
It's up to you.
Oh,
there you go.
Didn't take long, did it? Okay, so today, let's just put June the 18th, 26. And we'll just say all these are the same. Well, that'll let us know we did them all together there. Okay. And that way we'll have a timestamp on how long it took for them to look good like that. All right, we'll put this one on top here. Oh, yeah. Now, let's put a timestamp on this one too. (6/18/26). Same on that one and that one. I guess these two. They've been in there a little bit longer, but they're not pulled out yet. Okay, good. All right, wow, that was fun checkerboarding. That's one way to do some checkerboarding there. We'll see how the honey supers do. Might be a little bit better. And never stand in front of the hive like I'm doing. Unless you're making a YouTube video and there's nowhere else you can stand, the bees won't, you know, be mad at you. They're just not being able to do their work. Now, if you want to watch a video where I teach you guys how to harvest honey, some of you are ready to harvest your honey. Patrick and I had a fun time making this video on harvesting honey. Be sure and take a look at it. I'll meet you guys over there.